I'm going to go ahead and hit record, and this is going to be a review for some of you, brand new for some of you, and this is really how I use Class Dojo, or plan to use Class Dojo for my advisor class this year. So I'm super excited about that. And I am going to share my desktop somehow. Here we go. Okay. And do you all see that as, well, give it a second here. It's okay. Do you see it as PowerPoint, or do you see it as?
It's a full slide.
It's the full slide? Perfect. Okay. I'm going to move this out of my way a little bit over here. All right. So this is very colorful, and that makes me very happy. And so that's the whole point of Dojo. Class Dojo is bright, fun, and you know, really grabs the attentions of the students. So here we go. Top 10 reasons I love Class Dojo. It's super fun. There's a huge cast of characters. They all get their own monster emoji. They can create their monster emoji to be what they want. So it's, it's interactive in that way. And I like the monster theme because there's nothing in there that is separating or segregating anyone out. Everyone is just a fun little monster, and that makes it super fun. So Class Dojo makes it easy for you. They do a lot of the work for you. So for example, they generate the parent letters, and the student letters. And so this is just an example of the instructions that a parent would receive when you're inviting them and their student to join your classroom in Dojo. And each student, you can see Halle Berry up here, she has a separate login. And so each student will have their own separate login or code to enter the classroom. You could also do it as a QR code, so they could just take their tablet or their phones and they can scan it and join your classroom that way too. So I like that Dojo really tries to make our jobs easier in that they're creating a lot of the tools for us. We just have to, send them out. They do introduction videos, and this slide is attached to the student introduction video. I'm not going to play it unless y'all want me to. You want me to? Yes or no?
Is it your introduction video?
It's a Dojo introduction video. So it tells the families what Dojo is all about.
Oh, okay.
And why we're using it in our classroom. So that kind of, that can be sent out as a link as well when you're sending out your parent letters saying, this is what Dojo is, this is what it's all about. And it makes it, I can start it, and then we can, you can get an idea of what that looks like. Hopefully, maybe. Here we go. Okay. Here we go.
What makes an amazing classroom? Is it having shiny new desks? Is it that fearless classroom pet in the corner? Or maybe it's something you can't see. Maybe it's about the classroom community you build with students, teachers and parents. In a classroom where students all work together, persevere through challenges, and help each other out along the way, these moments should never go unnoticed. This year, you'll be using Class Dojo to celebrate those moments in class and share them home. You'll each start with your very own monster. And anytime you show an important skill, like working hard or being creative, your teacher can award you a point on Class Dojo. For those extra exciting moments, your teacher can take a photo or video. Best of all, your parents will get to see all the skills you're building and share in your unforgettable classroom moments. So let's get started. What skills do you want to recognize in your classroom?
So that's just one sample of how they, create create videos for us to introduce it to the families. I think it's super cute, and they cover, the basics right then and there for you. So you can just go in after the fact and talk about how you're going to use it as an advisor if you choose to. You can upload your entire classroom at one time. So when I first started using Dojo, I was actually doing it one student at a time, and then I realized that I could import from Word or from Excel and do my entire class at one time. And so they automatically upload everybody. Everyone is assigned an emoji, and I can show you that in just a few minutes. It's free. That's the best part about it. Our school is listed with Class Dojo. We do have a Dojo mentor assigned for our school. It's just, gosh, it's such a neat way to get with everybody and make this fun, and it's free. Oh, I think it's waiting. There I go. Did I mention it's free? Okay, so motivation and skill set. So you can go in and you can customize the motivation and the skill sets that you want. So obviously with virtual school, it's going to be a little bit different than if you were, in a traditional brick and mortar school, but some of the ways that I've tailored my skill sets include attending all their required Class Connect sessions for the day or for the week. They're going to get points if they do that. They attended my Friday fun class, they'll get a point for that. Maybe they completed their dibbles on time for the quarter, or for, dibbles is what, 3 or 4 times a year. So, they're going to get that if they do it on time. If they, this daily attendance, I think I'm using that as, making sure that they are, number one, logging in each day, but 2, they're coming into my classroom, my Dojo classroom, and making a contact with me. So it's kind of for me too, because I can kind of track to see where they're, if they're being active with me, or do I need to chase them down? Also, that can be used as a parent. Is the parent entering their attendance daily? No. Well, that's, we need to talk about that. Completing their daily plan, checking in with their advisor at least once a month. Okay, completing the NWEA. So everything that we have that we need to keep track of for our students, we can do that as a skill set. And the skill sets can be used as motivation. It can be used, some of you might be creating a treasure box. I know 1 or 2 of you had said that you're thinking about doing that. You can use these motivation skill set points towards, how you determine who gets to go to your treasure box. They have this money, the Dojo money, so you could send that out in a letter if you wanted to, or you could email it to them, and they can accumulate their Dojo bucks. Maybe they have to turn those Dojo bucks into you to claim a prize from the treasure box, if that's what you're doing.
Can I interrupt you and ask a question?
Yeah.
Are those Dojo bucks, because I didn't actually notice that when I was online, and that is really awesome, if they're collecting points, do these Dojo bucks, are they all just like $10, like the little 10 on it, or can you make them at any value that you would like?
That's a great question. I was given access to additional resources because I actually uploaded all of my students already. And because I have over 100 students, I was given access to another form of resources, which I can, of course, share with everybody. But this was one of the resources that someone has created already. And I didn't notice if there were, if we could change that, but I'm sure that we could, or we could create our own. Or maybe your student has to earn at least 10 points to get dojo money. You know what I mean? Or Shauna,
Yeah,
maybe
that's
we can work together to create a different one.
because that would be really cool. Because I was thinking, because I'm one of the people that I know I spoke with you about doing the treasure testing. I can't
Yes.
wait to buy all of my little goodies for my treasure chest. I was really excited looking at the Oriental Trading Company. But anyways,
Yeah, I
um,
know, it's fun.
this would be really cool to have these bucks and to be able to send them out to students. And like you said, for however many points they receive, they earn a certain number of bucks. And then maybe at the end of a week, a month, or however frequently someone's wanting to do it, they can cash those bucks in. That would be, yeah, that'd be really cool.
Yeah. And it doesn't have to be a treasure box. It could be lunch with you. So maybe on a Friday or a Tuesday, they can come into your classroom and you can have lunch together one-on-one. That's another way that they can cash in their money. I know that that's how my daughter did it with her brick and mortar school. One of the coupons inside the treasure box was lunch with my teacher. So it was just a one-on-one lunch with the teacher. And the kids got super excited about that. So that's another idea. It can generate reports for you. So this is really cool. You'll see my demo classroom right here. And I gave them all different points yesterday, and it's created this donut report for me so I can kind of get an idea, 43% positive. I can see who needs work in certain areas. I can use this to have a one-on-one conversation with a parent. Like I can pull up, this is just Bradley's. I could pull up Cameron's. I could pull up Haley's. I can do it as a whole class. And if I'm doing a one-on-one consult with a parent and they're in my Zoom room or we're talking through Dojo, I can, we can discuss this. We can discuss where they're doing great or where they're not doing so great. I can send this out as, I can print it, send it out as a letter, or email it as a letter. I can turn it into an Excel spreadsheet. And in fact, yesterday when we were doing our practice mail merges, I used the Excel spreadsheet from this to create my mail merge email for yesterday. So, this just has so many uses, and it just it just generates the data for you. So if you're trying to figure out at the end of the week who did what, you can use this as like a personal tracker almost to see where you need to focus some of your attention for your kiddos, as far as calls or whatever that you're going to do. And so here it is. I downloaded the Excel spreadsheet. This is how it turned out, as if you can see my hand pointing to it. But this is how it turned out. It gave, and I went in and I added the introduction video. So in my email, my mail merge, I had a line in there that says, click this picture and it will take you to the introduction video. I had it linked to this column here. Their address, where the points where they're participating or on task. I had, I put in our team, emails for those or whatever, but I even put my signature block in here and I just, I tailored it to what I needed for the mail merge and it worked out great. So they have stationery and other resources that we can use as teachers. So these are just little stickers that you can print out individually. There are, certificates of different kinds. they have class posters. So I know, for example, kindergarten, first grade, maybe even second grade, you know, they're learning to count to 100. This is a fun poster that you could email them, or you can have in the background of your classroom when you're doing a Zoom, or you can decorate your Blackboard class with this. You have random acts of kindness. So you can print out these little cards and you can mail these or email these to individual students. They have them pre-filled, or you can do it. They have blank lines and you can just type or write in a message that you want for that particular student. So again, another little motivational tool that you can use to keep them engaged with you. Here's some, here's just another poster. I'm thinking of printing this out and putting it on my wall. So, when I do a Zoom or a a one-on-one meeting in the classroom, they might be able to see this behind me. Oh, we lost Shauna. She's back. We also have borders. So if you see, you can do, like the teachers have their borders in the classrooms, and, it goes around the cork board or whatever. You can do that. You can, we have all the months of the year. You can do that if you wanted to decorate your classroom. Of course, you can use it again to decorate Blackboard. You can do it, in your home office, whatever it is that you want to do. And then here's some stickers, great work or good work. And you can just print out those. And if you're doing a mail, I know some of you like to send letters, handwritten letters. You can print out a couple of stickers and cut them up and throw them in there. And that's another little easy, cheap, motivational tool that you can use. All right, number 5, create activities. And I'm going to show you this on the internet in just a few minutes. But you can create different activities and post them to the classroom. So for example, if your student has a Raz Kids recording that's due next Friday, you can create that as an activity to complete in Class Dojo. And when parents are logged in, students are logged in, they're going to see that they have to do that activity. And oh, by the way, you can create, a skill set of points for that as well. So once they create that activity, they get points for completing their assignment on time. Class story. You can create your own class story. You can put up, they have these great images through the Big Idea concept. They have one for, if we get booted out, log back in, okay? So Fearless Friday or Monday Motivation. Did I lose you already, or no? We're not lost yet.
We're still here.
Okay. There we go. Okay. So you can, if you attend a field trip, like there's that aquarium field trip coming up, let's say you do a picture with, some of your students, you can post that to the class story. If anything motivational or an announcement that you want to make, you can post that on the class story. So that's pretty cool too. Number 3, it's an excellent communication tool. So parents can download the Dojo app onto their phones. And so anytime you make an update to their students, like if a student gets a point, you take away a point. If you're updating the class story, if the student has uploaded a picture, the parent will get an automatic message, that something has happened in Class Dojo. And you can see when they're reading that. You can IM with them directly through Class Dojo. Okay, so they're receiving real-time feedback as they're logged in. You can collaborate with the teachers, so more than one teacher can be in your classroom. Or if all the teachers have the same students, like the 3rd grade team, we can see we can share our students and see what's going on with each other. Or, if the teachers want something specific for me to track as the advisor, I can do that through Class Dojo. And attendance. So you can track the attendance in Dojo. So before I mentioned attendance in a couple different ways, you can see obviously if the parents are logging the attendance every day or not. But this, if they log in to see you in Class Dojo, so I know we're supposed to meet with our students or call our students, what, every other week? What if they're coming into Dojo every week or every other week? Well, that's that contact that's made, and you can pull a report to see who's logging in and attending your Dojo sessions. And if you just keep your Dojo class open all day, they can pop in at any time. So that's a really great feature as well. So I'm going to...
So are you saying you can have live contact with them in here,
Yes.
or is it more
Yes.
of a messaging?
No, it's a live contact.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to open up my Class Dojo.
So Heather, can I ask a question? So if it's a live contact, how is the contact made? Is it through voice, or can you do camera? I mean, video?
Yes.
I've not come across that.
Yes. So let's go in here and take a quick peek. So sign up is easy. You just sign up using your AZVA email. And you say that you're with a school, AZVA, and it'll connect you to our school. Okay. So I'm going to go into my demo class. And they give you a demo class of these same students so you can see what you are, so you can play around with it. So where do we start? We have our portfolios. So the kiddos, like, here's where I would create an activity for everyone. And it would just, if I said, what is our activity? Dibbles.
Are you showing
Are you,
us?
yeah, are you meaning to share your screen?
Oh my goodness, yes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought I did that. Okay. Do you want me to go back? Start over? Let's go back. All right. So I've logged in. I created my account with azva.org. I said that I was part of Arizona Virtual Academy. As you can see right here, I'm connected to the school, and it shows me all of the other teachers that are participating or have signed up to create, to use Class Dojo. It includes the teachers that I've invited, right? And then you can see who already has an account. All right. I'm having a hard time with this little, there we go. Okay. This is where you'll see the most popular resources. So this is like a small decoration pack for your, it has some of the stickers. It has those certificates. The student introduction video that I showed you just a moment ago, that's right here. If you wanted to do a back to school night presentation, it gives you ideas of how to do that, okay? And then the big idea video. So where I had that Fearless Friday note card, that's where I got that from, was the big ideas. And so they have videos in here as well, so you can get creative with the kiddos, and do growth mindsets or empathy videos, and do a project surrounding that. You can, here's the class story cards. Here's one for back to school night. And you can take these and you can post them in your class story. Let's see if it'll open. It wasn't, yeah, they must be doing an update because they weren't opening yesterday either. That's okay. They're going to be ready to rock and roll. You can remind them that there's a field trip coming up. So just a whole bunch of fun things that they have created to help us make it fun. Okay. let's go back.
Would you use this in, so I'm going to just assume that when you're using this to make contact, you would be doing it instead of an email to avoid too much. Is that what your thought is as well?
Well, I'm hoping that that's how it's
I
going.
mean, granted, if this were, I mean, you know, I guess it depends on participation and that sort of stuff. But
Exactly. But see, I can send an email through Dojo, and they'll get it on their phone in real time. I can IM them. Somewhere up here, I can IM them. I can IM the parent.
I used this last year. Well, my son's teacher last year used it. And at the beginning of the school year, I signed up. And then I swear he sent me 4 messages throughout the whole school year. And so I kind of felt like, oh, do I really want this app on my phone? So I think it's either use it a lot, you know what I mean? So you don't lose them.
Right. Exactly. If I go to, all right, so let's just kind of talk about the communication thing. So I'm going to click on Brad. I can, first of all, he logged into his Class Connect today. So I gave him those 2 points, right? I can message.
How do you get that noise? Does it automatically do that noise when you give points?
Yes.
Can you go through that process one more time for me, please?
Yeah, sure. So let's start. This thing is driving me crazy. There we go. Okay, so I'm in my classroom, right? I go to options and I edit my class. This is where I can add students. I can invite parents through email, phone number, or I can download a letter, right, and invite parents that way. I can make my skills. So let's say we wanted to add a skill, right? We're going to, let's just say we're going to do dibbles. Completed dibbles on time, right? And we're going to give them 2 points for that. Random. You choose. Okay? And if I click on teachers, well, that just tells me, you know, who all. That's just another way to see who else is involved. And I